Hey, what's going on YouTube? I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but my son was just born a week ago from today, and like I said in my last video, I'm going to do a straight razor shave, basically dedication for my son. So one of my Coast Guard buddies picked up a straight razor for me at a vintage shop. Really good straight razor. It's a Dovo straight razor here. He got this for 18 bucks at a vintage shop, and he honed it for me, and I just got done stropping it. So this video, I'm not going to fast forward through, just so you can see how long it's going to take someone to shave with a straight razor. I've already done one shave with it, just to kind of see how it was off camera. I know I said I'd do it the first time on camera, but I wanted to try it out. It wasn't bad. Still took me about the same time with my DE razor. I did miss a few spots because it was the first time shaving. I missed right here on my mustache, which I had to clean up with my DE razor. But you know, the rest of my face was actually pretty smooth, no irritation whatsoever. So let's get started. So for my soap today, I'm going to use Caties Bubbles, Le Piment de la Vie. Okay, I know I said a long time ago, well, not a long time ago, a few months ago on one of my videos on my personal channel that I didn't like Caties Bubbles, but you know, since then I've changed my mind. I've been able to get really good lather shaves. I haven't put much stuff in there, so it's been working out pretty good for me. For my brush, I'm using my wolf whiskers. Okay, this is a 26 knot, I believe, 26 millimeter knot. So I'm going to squeeze the water out and get started here. I'm going to fast forward through getting some lather on, but while I'm shaving, I'm not going to fast forward so that you guys can see what I'm doing with a straight razor. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to wet my face and I'm going to start lathering up. Alright, let's get going. Still a little nervous because this is only my second time shaving with a straight razor, but you know, it's not that hard. If you see one of Sharky's videos where his daughter's shaving his face, you know, for the first time, little 9 or 10-year-old girl, anybody can do it. So I'm gonna wet my hands with get some alum on there so they stick a little bit more, but I don't want my skin to be slippery while I'm doing this. So remember, stretch the skin. Okay, so go down here. You know, I'm wiping it off on a hand towel in between swipes here to get it dry, so there's no water that gets by the pin here. I've noticed from this shave and the last shave, it does seem a little bit easier, you know, being the second shave and all. But what I've noticed too is that for me, for my technique on a straight razor, it helps out if I take short little strokes instead of trying to do long strokes here. And obviously, just like DE shaving, you don't want to go where there's no shaving cream. And the angle I have on this is almost touching my skin. I don't have like a 30-degree angle like I do when I'm doing my DE shaves. Now comes the hard part, the chin and the mustache. Might be because it's a little wet here, or it's a little dry, excuse me. It never hurts to go back to your brush to add more soap or go back to the puck. That's better. first pass down. I don't know how many minutes that was, but I'm gonna rinse off and then we'll go at it again. Alright, let's go. I'm going to go cross grain this way. Slippery. It's very slippery. Get some alum on my fingers here. See, this shave's going pretty good, a little slow, but, you know, take your time, especially with a straight razor. You'll get a good shave. And this is only my second time shaving with a straight razor. So if you're comfortable enough to shave with a DE razor, you might get a little nervous doing with a straight razor, but you know, this is the second time for me and I'm actually doing pretty good. And if you want to try out a straight razor, you know, don't be shy. Just try it out. See how you like it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But just the full experience of going vintage shaving. Sometimes it helps to keep the razor a little wet. But this chin area is very hard. Guys that have this down pat, I give them props. If you watch Shaving with Sharky or So Sharp David, those guys breeze through this like it's nothing. Also Anthony Esposito, except he doesn't shave this part because he's got a goatee, so probably makes it a little bit easier, but I'm sure he probably could do it too. And I saw that little technique with two hands. I saw Peter Charkalis do that. So it does help, and I'm not putting any pressure whatsoever on this blade, especially this blade, because this is I believe this is an extra hollow. So it's got a very, if you look at the side of it, there's not much blade. Very thin blade. If you look at the blade there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see. See how thin that blade is? It's not like some of the other blades where you have more, it's not so sharp there at the bottom. Alright, last pass. Here. Oh, while I'm lathering up. My son has been awesome, my newborn son. Doesn't really cry much except for when he's got gas or he's hungry. He sleeps through the night. My wife still wakes up to breastfeed him, but it's not like my first son that was really colicky, cried all the time, never got sleep. This kid is a joy. Not that my other kid is not a joy, he's a joy too. But with this one, we get a lot more sleep, which is really good for us for during the day, so that we can take care of him a little bit easier. We're not so tired. Alright, this time I'm going to go this way. Let's see, here we go, this. Good. I think I had about 4 or 5 days of growth. So my face feels a little irritated, only because it's a straight razor and this is my second time shaving with a straight razor, so I'm still getting my technique down. Trying to keep the water off the pins, so you don't want those to rust. I mean, you can always get them redone, but it's better to keep them dry. Alright, let's go down again on the neck. Need some more shaving cream when it's starting to get dry. Don't be afraid to add more shaving cream if you need to. Go back to the puck, whatever you got to do to get a good shave. Don't be afraid to do it. If you're DE shaving and your blade is starting to irritate your skin because you've used it too long, change out your blade and go back to shaving. But, you know, if you start off with a DE razor, at least for me, but I find a lot of things when I do them pretty easy for me to do if I take my time to practice and try it out. But a lot of things come easy to me, so it's not that this won't come easy to everybody else, but a lot of things come easy to me. That's because I've been blessed with one of those talents. Alright. But as you can see, I'm still working on my technique for straight shaving because the straight shaver guys, they don't add extra shaving cream. Maybe Peter Charkalis, but that's when he's trying to finish up his shave at the very end. So Okay. Let me rinse off and see if I need any spots to clean up. My cheeks feel really good, chin amazingly, even though that's the hardest spot. It feels really good. Mustache feels good. I'm gonna try to get this cleaned up on my neck right here. Because even though a lot of other people that do straight shaves, they don't do cleanups, I want to get a very smooth shave without trying to irritate myself. Add some water in here. Get it a little more slick. And you want a very slick soap, especially when you're shaving with a straight razor. Very slick. Alright. Get some alum on my fingers here. And for me, going down right here, this part's easy. When you got in this little piece that has a curve on your neck, that's a hard spot to get to too. But you gotta stretch your skin as best you can. Let's check it out. Okay, let's see how this is. How it feels. Oh yeah, very smooth, except for down here where I always have trouble spot. It's nice and short here, you know, I can deal with this. I need to work on my technique in this part where it's like a curve on my neck. This part here is like glass. Very smooth. Cheeks feel good. Mustache, and surprisingly, my chin feels really good, you know? But I do need to work on my technique. It's gonna take me a few more tries, you know? I'm gonna keep trying the I still want to get back to doing my blade reviews, but since I have this thing and I've been doing it, I want to keep up on it, get my technique down. You know, I'll do a shave in between here and there with my DV razor, but I'm gonna try to get my straight down. And you know what? My face really isn't irritated now. It could just be that it's getting scraped with the blade. There's a little bit, but you know, it's a blade with no guard, so you're gonna feel it a little bit more, especially if your technique is not on right, you know. But you know, it'll go away after a little bit. Last time happened the same thing when I did the very first straight shave, when I had about a week of growth, and same thing, but after a couple hours it went away. I think it was using a straight blade for the first time. My skin's not used to it, but it is a pretty close shave. You know, not as close as my DE razor when I shave with that, but this is only, like I said, this is only the second time of me shaving with a straight razor, so I have to get my technique down. You know, you're not gonna have very perfect technique shaving the second time around with a straight razor. You know, same thing goes if you're doing a DE razor. You know, it's gonna take you a little bit to do a few trial and error, get the angle down right, because each razor, regardless of whether it's a straight razor or DE razor, has a different technique. Every soap has a technique, every razor has a technique, every brush has a technique, everything has its own technique. So, that's my shave. I'll come back and I'll start doing the blade reviews here and there. So I guess on the weekends I'll do my straight razors, but during the week when I get time I'm going to go back to my blade reviews. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next week. Have a great shave and a great day.